Hello, and welcome back to Might and Magic 3, Isles of Terra. So, picking up here, back in Fountainhead still, I actually just got out of the bank. I finally got around to depositing a whole bunch of my money, so I've got 350,000 sitting in the bank now, and I've got 2,500 gems in the bank. So, start seeing if I can't get a bit of interest on them. So I know originally I had said I was going to train everybody. Oops. Hi, Boost Rats. Didn't mean to wake you up, sorry. I had said I was going to train, but I'm actually going to hold off on that because my next goal, as I mentioned in the last episode, was going to be, or is going to be, to take on the Slithercult Stronghold over here in Druid Haven, and there's just no way I need to level before that. Theoretically, I probably could have done it before. It's easier than Arachnoid Cavern. So if I could handle Arachnoid Cavern, then I can handle this, especially now that I've boosted my might and endurance up to ridiculous levels. The big reason I put it off is because there's some stuff in here that I didn't want to deal with until after I had gotten the strength and endurance boosts from Swamp Town. You'll see when we get there. And also because technically you can't, if you're going based on the clues that the game gives you, you can't actually solve a puzzle in here without having finished at least Arachnoid Caverns. So, going a little bit out of order as God and John Van Kenningham intended, but still. One other thing I'm going to do here, too, is I'm actually going to pop into the inn. So this is going to cost me a day. It's day 35 now, and I will lose a day doing this, but I think it's worth it because what I want to do is I want some hirelings, and I'm going to hire Alan Bow and Phineas the Druid. They are here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is because if you notice in here, my inventory is starting to get pretty cluttered. Like I've got these yellow fortress keys. Also off camera I went and sold a bunch of stuff. Kept a little bit. These ancient artifacts, just stuff. There's a whole bunch of Quatlu coins in Gandora's inventory here. So I don't normally hire them. Like, I normally don't bother with hirelings at all. And I'm kind of breaking that rule mainly because of these, the ancient artifacts. Because, as you guys saw with the neutral castle, I can't handle it. I can't fight the critters in the neutral castle. I might be able to manage Castle White Shield now to at least go in and unload artifacts, but I haven't even attempted Dragontooth, the evil castle. Here, let me pull up the map again. So I might be able to handle Castle White Shield, but I mean, you saw what happened when I even just poked my head into Castle Bloodrain. Everybody got turned to stone and died instantly. And I can only imagine what Castle Dragontooth is like. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with these ancient artifacts for a long time. And I'm straight up going to run out of inventory space. So these guys are going to be my inventory space. And I am not going to keep them alive. They are going to die in very short order here. And I'm going to drag their corpses around for extra space. As a note, this is something that they fix in Zine. This is not an issue in Zine because they have instead of everything being crammed into one inventory slot, or one list, they actually separate it out by armor and weapons and miscellaneous and all that sort of jazz. So these guys are my extra inventory slots, and yeah, I might keep these around and enchant them at some point, or drop them when I run out of space. But as for equipment right now, may as well take a quick look at that. Everybody's starting to get kitted out pretty well. My ACs are all in the high 40s with a few in the 50s, which is nice. And my equipment is all pretty badass too. I actually identified this, and apparently the Freezing Personality Longsword does an extra 40 points of cold damage, which is pretty awesome. I probably should have identified the Warhammer, because according to the like the charts and everything like that, it should be giving plus 20 electric damage, but Dyna is much more powerful in terms of the like hierarchy of weapon blesses than freezing, so I'd be curious to see what exactly that does. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. But yeah, so these guys are just going to putz around here until they get zapped, and then you'll be looking at 2 tombstones here from now, basically until the end of the game. But without further ado, let's go and leave Fountainhead, kill some bubblemen, kill some goblins, and hit the Happy Wells. These guys right now are level 3 with basic gear, so they're not long for the world. Okay, so everybody's hopped up on spell points, and let's go and take on Slithercult. An undercurrent of hissing and slithering escapes the dungeon door. Enter? Sure. Oh, something else I gotta get off is, sooner rather than later, please and thank you, if you could give me a protection from elements. I would like fire, and I would like acid. And from you, Gandora, I would like a levitate, if you don't mind. So, Korax notes for Slithercult Stronghold. I forgot to read these. Guillotines mark the path to riches in the Slithercult Stronghold, where cobra fiends rule the halls. There is said to be a secret room where those strong enough to venture can test their luck and gain favor from the mysterious altars that eat quatlus. So we'll have a use for those quatlu coins, finally. Huzzah! Talking head. Stay sharp in the Slithercult Stronghold, for safety is scarce. I'm not going to ever do that again, don't worry. But yeah, everything sounds like snakes here, apparently. Let's take a quick look, see how much damage I take when I walk through these guillotines. So 296 hit points. With 296 hit points, I take no damage. I didn't think my power shield was that good. Oh, 9. Maybe I'll take the odd point of damage. I think these do 1 point. Oh, no, I was looking at spell points, not hit points. Either way, math says I should take 1 hit point of damage, I think, because they do 10 points. Let's just back up and try again. 459. 458, yeah, 1 point of damage. Give me just a moment here, I just got a text. Sorry, the politics of trying to figure out lunchtime supervision schedules. Always a blast. Okay, so we're at a crossroads here. I'm not going to go left. I'll kill the Crandall Creep, but I'm not going to go left. I could go left without any problems, but and this is apparently a thing that respawns monsters, if I even so much as turn on it. I could go left, but I have no real reason to, because if down that way is a well that gets me somebody 2 levels. I can get 1 character to go in and they get 2 levels. And there's no point in doing that right now, because it's still cheap to train. Again, I'm trying to play this fairly optimally, and what you really want to do... Oh, hello, Bug Boo. What you really want to do is save that until training gets ridiculously expensive, and then use it when you absolutely need to and you just can't afford to train people. So, yeah, or at least wait until later in the game. Thank you, Helmuth. You got me some money. Now, this is poison resistance. So let's give that to Helmuth because he tends to get poisoned a lot. Or he ends up in situations where he gets poisoned a lot. Actually, let's check 257 on him. And... oh, I should have... here, half a sec. Let's give the other one to Alandra here, because she needs... generally speaking, keeping your healer alive is always good. So she's at 379. And still 379, so the acid resistance is helping. Nice. Thank you, Helmuth. Ooh, found a flail and a quarterstaff. Most of the stuff here is probably going to be kind of garbage, but I've been surprised in the past. More respawns. And up here, saffron sparkles. Go poke your head in. Oh, whole bunch of Quatlu coins. And you can see these guys are working at getting themselves killed here. Not even using them to wade, because it actually gets you a little bit of experience if you wade into ponds and stuff like that. Say the missing brother sent you. So this is the bit that I was talking about when I said clues that you get in Arachnoid Cavern. You need that to solve a puzzle in this dungeon. Phineas the Druid is asleep. Come on, guys. Die on me. Sooner rather than later. Because right now they're leeching XP. Which is one of the other reasons why I didn't mind bringing them in here, because these guys aren't worth a ton of XP for me at this point. This one is an item. An ancient Fizbin of misfortune. So that is going to, just so I don't forget about it, go straight on to Phineas there. Oh, Alan. Sorry, Alan. Forgot your name already. Yeah, Alan gets that. Actually, you know what I should totally do? Nothing in the pool. Oh, and Phineas is asleep. Never mind. Okay. Alan is now unconscious and will soon be dead. Sorry, Alan. I don't want to pay you. Go down this way. Helmuth, you're getting hurt here. And here we have a Sacred Silver Skull. Now, both of you are unconscious. Helmuth, do your job. 10,000 gold. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we have a head here. Stop and answer. Who sent you? So If you haven't guessed already, this is referring to the brothers, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Zeta. The 5 brothers. And if you remember back to one of the wells, they said that there were originally 6 brothers, but one of them is missing. That's what they're asking you to figure out here. It doesn't actually tell you anywhere in the game who the missing brother is. You kind of have to guess at it. And when I was a kid, I remember being very confused by this because the only place I'd ever heard Alpha, Beta, so on and so forth was like the NATO alphabet, like the military alphabet. So Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta, Hotel, Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta, Foxtrot, so on. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, well, one, they're all out of order, so who's missing? Well, I guess the first one that is missing is Charlie? And that's wrong. He zaps you right back. But it's actually the Greek alphabet. Now, then the Greek alphabet, the next letter in the alphabet after Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Zeta is Epsilon. So brother Epsilon was the missing brother. And we're going to go this way first. Kill some more candle creeps. Okay. And we got another pool here. So this one is... I'll go for it, Katrina. A precious pearl of youth and beauty. It's going to be something else that Mr. Bow will get. I guess I could take a quick look here. Mugger Longsword, Coral Quarterstaff, Fiery Flail. That's a great spell. But I suspect that the Magical Flail is probably better. Check the lockbox. And I'm just going to check these because I can't remember if there's anything written on them. Go away. Yeah, you, go away. Don't think there was, but it's been a while. Epsilon again. Okay, now this here. A small slot opens in the wall as a scaly face peers around you. Step into the Slithercult saloon. If you have quatloos, test your luck out on slot machines. Everyone's a winner. And that brings you in here. So each of these dudes will give you a boost to either accuracy, I believe is this one, endurance, and might, if you give them a quatloo. So let me just take a quick look here, see how many quatloos I have in total, because I can't remember. I've got the 6 from the brothers. That's all sitting on Phineas here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 5 from the brothers, 5. Math, good. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the pool there. So in the interest of fairness, I'm going to give 2 to everybody. And 1, each of my sort of frontline fighters, and 1 to each Gandora and Alandra. Now, the question becomes, what do I want to give people? I would like to give Gandora and Alandra the... I definitely want to give... You know what I might actually do? Because there are some spells that rely on accuracy. So I'm going to give 2 to Gandora, none to Alandra. And for everybody else, I'm going to give them an endurance? Maybe? An endurance and an accuracy, I think. Because a lot of their accuracy is coming from magic items, right? The one exception being, I think, Renar? Yeah, his accuracy is just a base of 35 right now, so... My cat is yowling at me. So maybe what I'll do... Okay, how do I want to do this? I might pause and do some pondering and come back to you in a moment. Okay, so, here's the plan. Everybody except for Alandra here is going to get accuracy, and that's just because accuracy is the most kind of universally useful stat, and I'm giving it to Gandora instead of Alandra, because even though Alandra can typically hit a bit better than Gandora, though to be fair, Gandora also has a pretty badass weapon in this dense silver scythe, but some of Gandora's spells rely on accuracy to actually hit. So everybody's getting accuracy, and then the entire front line is getting a might boost. And because he's kind of hurting for it, I'm giving an extra Quatlu coin to Septimus here to give him an endurance boost. So yeah, that's the plan. So, Alandra becomes truer of aim. Becomes truer of aim. Truer of aim. Truer of aim. And truer of aim. So everybody, except for Alandra now, should have a accuracy of 30. Here we have endurance. So we'll give that to Septimus. He feels stout like never before, giving him a bit of an endurance boost. Not enough to actually increase the stat itself, but like it's still only a +3. But at least now he's a bit better positioned to get more boosters and stuff like that. I like him being over 70. Makes me happy. And last up, Muscle Surge with Heightened Power. Muscle Surge with Heightened Power. Oh, and one other thing I will show you. I'm going to save. And something not to do. He still has his Quatlu. If somebody has the Ancient Fizbin of Misfortune, don't give it to them and then play with one of these things, because watch what happens. So he's not dead. He's been eradicated, which is something that even temples can't fix. There's one well I know of in the game, and one very high-level cleric spell that can solve this particular problem. But yeah, even a temple can't fix eradicated, so don't do that. Ancient Fizbins of Misfortune need to not... I'll make sure I didn't... Okay. Muscle Surge. Muscle Surge. So that should be all my Quatlus. I will get some more, so it's worth coming back here at some point, but that's all for today at least. So now we are going to head back out and So I'm just walking back and forth a bit here because I want to kill. Phineas is dead. Ah, excellent, they're dead. Now they're not leeching XP from me anymore, and they're not going to cost me any money to keep. So I'm carrying 2 corpses around because I'm mean. Okay, so here we have a fun little puzzle. And I'm going to try and do this from memory, because this is a little teleportation puzzle. And the way it works is you step here, you get hit. Then if you step again, oh, it will let me go at least one more. Like, kind of what the instinct thing to do would be to keep walking forward, but you actually get teleported back to the beginning. And after much trial and error, I believe the way to get through this is to go along the north wall, but not quite all the way. I believe you want to go there, then there, then there, and you're through. So, yeah, you just don't want to go into the upper right corner here. It'll teleport you back, but otherwise if you follow the north wall, you're safe. So, also very helpful to have power shield for that, because otherwise it does a lot of damage, because it's tough to jump over those. Though I guess jump, you have to eat the first one at least. So you only really need to get hit by one thing. Saffron sparkles. Oh, did I just kill the boss? Interesting. Okay, so we've got an artifact of neutrality. I think I might have just killed the boss. Yeah, I'm maybe a little bit over-leveled for this. We got a metal lockbox. Helmeth. Oh, Helmeth. You failed. There we go. For 1,000 gold. Oh, 1,000 gems. Nothing to sneeze at. Helmeth picked the lock for 20,000 gold. And Helmeth picked the lock again. For some gear. Okay. Let's see if we got anything good. A gold breastplate and a silver precision maul. So precision is plus 15 accuracy, eh? Oh, and a shocking tower shield that gives electric resistance. AC 46. How big of an AC hit do I take from the pearl? AC 49. So 3 AC in exchange for some electric resistance? What's your electric resistance like? It kind of sucks. Might not be the worst in the world. Katrina's the only one who can actually use tower shields, so a gold breastplate will be really handy for somebody as well. Renar could use it, and he could pass his steel breastplate on to Alandra, I think. So, yeah, let's do that. So his AC is 40 compared to... Oh, interesting. Steel's actually better. Who'da thunk? Wonder if the gold breastplate is better. Well, I assume the gold breastplate would be better than the gold chainmail. Let's equip that, see where we're at. 55. Remove. Equip. 58. A bit of a boost. Can't complain. Okay, so yeah, that was actually... That was the boss fight for... for the... Slithercult Stronghold. I wonder if I can get there. I want to see if I can. So I'm just curious as to what's... Yeah, there's totally a talking head thing there. There must be a way to get to it. wonder. Here, let me try something. Let's do jump or jump go. There's jump. All four faces of the Ultra laugh maniacally. I love it. I don't think I've ever made it to the, like, gone to this before. Okay, well, that was fun. But yeah, that is Slithercult Stronghold. Blah, blah, blah. Fight some more Cobra Fiends. Just gonna check something else out here real quick. Oh, put. Can you cast? No, you can't cast. You can cast Awaken. Just didn't check. I was looking on the map here and I hadn't checked these walls, so. And like, if you look at the overall map here, there's a big empty space up here that perplexes me. Okay, I guess nothing. Wizard's Eye says nothing. And we're out. So yeah, Slithercult Stronghold at this point, I guess I was a little over-leveled for, but still, no big deal. We're just gonna walk back to the Wells of Happiness here. What time of day is it? It is almost 5 in the morning, so we're probably going to, well, I'm going to put a cut in here and think about what I want to do next. I may go back out this way and try to take on the Cyclops Cavern. I also might possibly go down and try to take out the Fortress of Fear. I think that's the Fortress of Fear right here. That's the yellow key that I got. I could go into the Cathedral of Carnage. I have the key for it, but it would kick my butt. I guess the other big thing I need to do is there is some exploring around Swamp Town that should be prioritized. But I'm going to give that a think and decide where I want to go from there. Because I never did find the... what was I going to say? Thinking. The code word for Swamp Town. Again, I know what it is, but I haven't found the wall yet. But I do believe that at least one of my dudes has a Lloyd's Beacon there still. So that might be the goal. The next goal, perhaps, is to go and play around Swamp Town a bit more and actually show you. I'll try and clear it out. So anyhow, that'll be for the next episode. So until then, cheers.